What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego back with some more boxing. And if you just read the title, as the title suggests, where the fuck is Gary Russell Jr.? Man, this is perhaps one of the most disappointing fighters or handling of a fighter in 2013. I remember watching in 2012 Gary Russell Jr. They had a new class. They had the Adrian Broners. Canelo was getting hot. Broner was getting hot. Gary Russell Jr. was heating up. And there was a lot of fighters being mentioned. Gamboa was being mentioned a lot. Not that he was new, but these are fighters whose names were really circulating. And as quick as it came, it left just as quick. I have not heard or seen anybody do an interview, an article, or anything on Gary Russell Jr. Now we're talking about a guy who made it to the Olympic tryouts and got sick, which was basically the reason he didn't go to the Olympics. A guy with probably the fastest hands in boxing, if not the fastest hands. He's in the top three. You have to put him up there with the Amir Khans in terms of just sheer hand speed. Pacquiao's and Mayweather's. I mean, these guys have fast hands, and Gary Russell Jr. is no exception. I seen his fight with, I think his name was Eric Estrada, not the motherfucker from Chips, but he was fighting him, and he literally, it should be on YouTube somewhere. If I find it, I will put the link in the description. But Gary Russell Jr. threw literally like 6 to 8 punches in like a millisecond. It was lightning fast. And in 2012, I remember seeing him. He had some step up opponents, and I was like, damn, this dude, 2013 is going to be his breakout year. And I have not heard or seen, I don't know if you guys drink milk. Maybe you've seen him on the back of a milk carton. Where the fuck is Gary Russell Jr.? He's a likable character. He has a good look. No homo for you dumb motherfuckers that leave crazy comments. Um, he's sellable. I mean, I don't see what you couldn't market. He has the background, pedigree. He has an exciting style. He has power. He has a look that you could market. I really don't understand what the fuck is happening with his career. Now, I understand in his fight, he hurt his hand. He's had some hand issues, and he fought. I forgot the dude's name off the top of my head. And he like fractured his hand or something. So I was waiting. Okay, he'll recover. Then he already came back and fought. And they didn't even televise his fight on Showtime. I forgot what card it was, but it was recently after the hand injury, probably his very last fight. Gary Russell Jr. was on the Showtime undercard, but they didn't even televise it. So I just don't understand what is happening with the handling of Gary Russell Jr. Then they were talking about making a proposed fight with Gary Russell Jr. and Ponce de Leon, and he turns it down, which is what I don't understand. I mean, Abner Mares beat De Leon, Broner beat De Leon in a very close and controversial fight, I might add. Gary Russell Jr. to me has the tools to beat him. It's a tough fight because Ponce de Leon's not just gonna lay down for anybody. You're gonna have to work at it, and he's a southpaw and he's very awkward. Plus, he has power, but that would have been a good breakout performance for him. So I don't understand why him or his camp turned that fight down. And what the fuck is the game plan, the strategy behind Gary Russell Jr.'s career? He's not getting any younger. Even with Adrian Broner's recent loss at the hands of Marcos Maidana, I think that did more for him than everything that Gary Russell Jr. has done this year. Because at least, at the very least, we've seen Broner move up in weight, fight a tough Argentinian fighter with a jaw or a chin and punching power, and he didn't quit even though he probably felt like he wanted to, and he rolled around on the ground trying to get out of it in the fight. But he didn't quit, so you got to give the man credit for going the distance and not getting knocked out, having heart. Just didn't have the game plan. It wasn't his night. So to me, that does more for his career because at least his name's circulating, whether people are making caption photos and jokes or they're replaying it on Showtime. It's all coming back full circle because it's keeping him relevant, keeping his name out there. But as far as Gary Russell Jr., I'm slowly seeing his wave subside and no one's really talking about Gary Russell Jr. Again, I'm subscribed to plenty of boxing channels. I have plenty of boxing connects, and I literally don't know where this nigga's at. I don't know anyone that's really talking about him. Again, on the boxing channels that I subscribe to, they have tons of interviews, and I don't even see him being mentioned. And this hurts my heart a bit because this is coming from a fan, and also I was putting it on thick. I was like, man, Gary Russell Jr., he's that dude. He has more talent than Broner, and they're just not doing anything with his career. So if anyone has seen anything, if they've heard from him, if Gary Russell Jr. is on YouTube now in the YTBC, leave me a comment and let me know what's up with dude. What plans do they have? Like I said, he seems like a pretty solid fighter, working on becoming a complete fighter, working on his legacy, and I just don't understand the direction of his handlers in his career. And he's being surpassed. Like, not necessarily saying these people have more talent than him or they're better than him or they would beat him, who knows? But just from a career standpoint, everybody is surpassing him. Abner Mars, even though he got knocked out, he's trying to avenge that loss. He has this fight scheduled. It's going to be televised. It'll probably be a big event in California. Sell some good seats. Mikey Garcia has fought 3 times, I think, this year. Orlando Salido, Juanma Lopez, and then he got a title off of Rocky Martinez. And he already has his next fight set up against Juan Carlos Burgos. So I really don't understand what's up with Gary Russell Jr. I don't see like I said, I just don't see the strategy and why his name is not being mentioned. And it's unfortunate for the black fighter. Not saying just black fighters, but a lot of black fighters seem to be mismanaged, or darker skinned fighters seem to be mismanaged. It's boxing. Boxing is corrupt. There's a lot of people who've been fucked over, fucked in the ass when it comes to the fight game. However, I see a lot of young black fighters. It happened to Tyson. I think Gamboa, Cuban, is not being managed properly through SMH promotion. I mean, this is a guy that was being called the baby Tyson, and he's had his ups and downs, like with domestic violence and charges and shit like that, and the steroids allegations and stuff like that. But he's not even fighting. He's not active. You have Andre Durrell, a person who fought Gennady Golovkin in the amateurs, had a decorated amateur background. Where the fuck is he? Like, not active enough. Kareem Mayfield, I don't think he's active enough. There's just a lot of young black fighters who show some level of talent. They're just not active, and their careers aren't being geared towards the future, becoming the future of boxing. Meanwhile, you have people like Broner, who's the most over-the-top, ignorant version of the fighters, and he's getting all the publicity. And I'm not dissing Broner. This is just, I've always felt that he was over the top. I've said that in previous videos. But like I said, I just don't understand. Like, you have to act ignorant in order to get some limelight. Kind of like when Manny Pacquiao fought Josh Cloudy in front of a sold-out Texas stadium, and Josh Cloudy just fucking disappeared. Like, the motherfucker went back to Ghana. Like, it does smell like shit, doesn't it? He was gone. The motherfucker went to Hotel Rwanda. About this bitch. I don't know what he did, but Cloudy went MIA. He was just gone at the strip club listening to Drake. I don't know where the fuck Cloudy was, but it took him a while to resurface. So hopefully it doesn't happen with Gary Russell Jr. as well. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts on this. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.